So on our last vlog, we said that we're gonna try different stuff to film at home, and everyone knows Jason has a very extensive watch collection and he's a watch enthusiast.
I've not bought a new watch in so long. It makes me unhappy and sad. And happy and sad are the same thing. It makes me very sad.
So it's like very, very unhappy and
unhappy, sad. Very sad.
There are more important things in life than buying new
There
watches
are.
right now.
But hey, come on. You can't be talking about depressing stuff all the time.
He's been eyeing out a new watch.
Yeah, it's
but
time
it's not
I bought
something,
a Rolex.
No, it's not something that we're going to be doing anytime soon.
We won't. I will.
Yeah, so he doesn't have my approval yet, so no. I don't have an extensive collection like him, but I do have a few very nice pieces which I really like. They're not super expensive. You know, they're watches that I love wearing all the time, and I want to share them with you guys.
So it's basically Sarah's collection.
Yeah.
Inspired by Jason. Completely. You'll find out why. Totally. All the inspiration from the master himself. The Santos 100. This is the lady size, I assume. It's the first watch she bought for herself.
Yeah, luxury watch. Like I've bought watches before, but they were like, you know, very basic watches. But this is the first luxury branded watch. Yeah. I was back in Hong Kong for about 6 years. I wanted to buy something nice for myself every day, and
oh wow,
I like this one.
Actually, you're quite young. The first watch I bought for myself that was any good, a decent, you know, your so-called luxury watch, was when I was 30 something or 30.
Yeah, but I started out in the industry quite young. I started out when I was 21 and a half.
But still, it's
and
still
I was
quite
very
an
sensible with
achievement.
my money.
What are you saying? I was very sensible with my money.
I actually thought about this watch for like a good 3-4 months, and then I found a friend who got a discount because he knows a dealer, like a dealership.
No one thought you were talking about drug dealers.
I know, but it sounded a bit dodgy. So I actually got this for around 30 something K Hong Kong dollars from what I can remember. And the reason why I picked this watch was pretty much because it was quite an affordable price point. Cartier is a great brand, great quality. It's an automatic watch. And also I liked how it's quite robust. I felt like I could wear it every day.
You can.
And it's quite a classic style by Cartier. And I wasn't into anything very dainty and small back then, so really like this watch. Even looking at it now, it still looks very nice, very chic.
It is. It's a quite a timeless design. I've taken quite a liking to the new one. It's not new actually. The slightly dressier watch is the Santos Dumont. So it's slightly smaller. It's very refined, very classy looking, and it goes really well with the suit.
The next Cartier watch that I would consider buying is the Ponte, because it's a very classic watch, but it's dressier. But nah, not doing that. We're very sensible with our money, so I'm not going to get a Ponte because I like the gold one, the rose gold one.
If you're looking for a square watch, the Santos and also the Tag Heuer Monaco are very classic designs. It's been around for 50 years. That's quite something. 50 years. The AP Royal Oak has been kicking around since the 70s, so it's even longer than those watches. 50 years is a long time. As I was saying, if you want a square watch, there are a few out there that are really nice, the Monaco being one, and the Santos being another preferred one of mine. I didn't get it in the end because a lot of my friends wear a Santos and a Rolex and a Panerai. So at the moment, I don't have any of the above mentioned brands and models.
Like to be different.
Damn it.
Okay, next.
Okay, this guy used to be a guy's watch. I think in the catalogue, it was a guy's watch. But in fact, it's a very tiny lady-sized or boy-sized watch. So we bought this on Sotheby's.
Or was it Christie's?
I can't remember.
I don't know. I can't
remember which auction, but
yeah.
There was a time, I think it was about 7 years ago. We registered with these auction houses just to look for quirky and slightly more unique timepieces. And this one, the reason why we chose it was because It's a jumping hour. So the hour display jumps from 1 hour to another, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 12 and back to 1. There's a constant pursuit for uniqueness or something more unique. And that kind of display for a watch I thought was pretty cool. It still is pretty cool. So that's why I bought this on Sotheby's.
Yeah, it's actually quite exciting when you go through the auctioning process, because you look in the catalogue and you eye out which watch that you want to participate in auctioning, and then you bid online real time, and it's super fast. Basically, a watch is sold within like 2 minutes because he keeps calling out prices.
Yeah.
If it goes over your budget, you just stop bidding. We got this for around 40k.
45 or 50.
There's like admin fees, and then there's some sort of tax on top, which the auction house charges. This is actually a gold case, so, and it's kept in very good condition. It came with a brown strap, I think.
Yep.
I went and got a red strap to replace it, so it's a little bit more feminine. And yeah, it's quite a quirky design, and when you wear it, it has like a retro touch to it.
The size is 37 millimeters from top to bottom. I thought it would fit my wrist quite nicely. It does fit, like a girl's watch.
Because you have like quite big wrists.
I actually have quite slender wrists. That sounds very feminine. But this watch on any guy's wrist will look small and girly. So when I bought it, when I picked it up, I thought, why so small?
And I was like, yay, it's mine. So yeah. Yeah. Good story to tell. Bidding for watches online.
It's quite an experience.
I'm not telling everyone to go on the websites, but it is quite actually fun just to watch the auctions. Yeah, it's super quick and you got to be like really with it. It's very fun.
It's a strange way of buying stuff because it's not so immediate. You don't go into a shop, pay for the watch and then leave. So you're in there. There's a chance you might not buy it. There's a chance you can't afford it. And it really depends on who's in the shop at the time. Crazy. These guys are kind of a pair. This one's the 46mm Planet Ocean, and this one is a 38mm, but in gold.
Rose gold.
First there was the steel, then the gold.
I bought this for Jason for, I don't know, your birthday?
I can't remember.
And he told me he really liked grey faces and bezels, so I picked this one. And because the sales told me this was a new style, and it's featured in James Bond.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, that's very Jason. It's grey, James Bond, very British. Omega is nice. So I bought this, right? And he wasn't too crazy about it when he received it.
I'm sorry.
But it grew on him eventually. It's not a bad story.
She bought it and I thought, oh, back then we're both saving and being very frugal with our money. And I saw the watch and I thought, oh, you shouldn't have spent so much money. If you do spend so much money, you should get a Rolex.
Because this was a similar price to a Rolex. But I knew he didn't like Rolexes back then, so I didn't really want to buy a watch because of the brand. So I picked this. Eventually it grew on him, and he now wears this like a lot of the time every day, and he's kept it in really good condition. There's like hardly any scratches, man.
There are.
A few, not as much as mine.
The glass is kind of scratch proof.
Yeah, sapphire glass, so it's scratch proof. So this watch, the stainless steel one, grew on him, and eventually he bought me.
Come Christmas, I think a year later, I was out shopping for a Christmas present, and watches are a great present. I was thinking, oh, maybe let's get her I think it's called a Legend Diver, something like that, from Longines. I had the steel version. I thought, oh, I should get a pair, so let's get the rose gold one. And with the Longines, it's quite a big face. I think it's 45mm. So on a girl's wrist, it's properly huge.
My wrist is very slim.
So this is 46. So if you imagine, it's like this. It's huge. So I gave up on the Longines, and I thought, well, I love my Omega. Why not get her an Omega? And I went to the shop and I tried the 42mm in rose gold, and wow, I loved it. And there was a slight hesitation because it's not cheap, but then I thought 42mm for me, it fits, so for her I should get the 38mm. That's how I bought this watch for Sarah.
To be honest, when I first got the watch, I thought it was a little bit masculine because
It's chunky.
it's quite chunky and it's got this very bold bezel on it. But I really liked the color combination, and rose gold was just beginning to be popular then. Now a lot of watches have rose gold. Basically, there's a rose gold one in every style. But back then it was quite rare still. And this is rose gold with the rose gold buckle, and this color combination is just stands out a lot.
Gold with any kind of gold, yellow gold or rose gold with a black dial is fabulous.
So even when you put it on, it sits really nicely on my wrist. Like, it doesn't stick out. And just to have a matching watch with you is like...
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
I'd still like to buy this watch. It's been discontinued, this model in this colour. But 42mm is... You've got to try it. It's lovely. It's delicious.
So I'm going to talk about the rest of my watches. There's going to be a part 2 vlog if you're interested.
I think the stories are more interesting. The stories of how we bought these watches and why we bought them, rather than the watch itself.
Yeah, I think stories are great, and that's why people buy certain presents, right? Because the story behind the presents, you know, it's very meaningful.
Yeah.
And eventually I think these watches we could pass down to, you know, Damon, or like his siblings, or maybe his wife.
We have the first watch you ever bought, the
Yeah.
first nice watch. Then this is the first one we bought online at an auction house. It's pretty crazy. And these are a pair.
Our first matching watch.
Quite lovely. So next time we have another matching.
Another
Royal
one
Oak.
I want to match with you eventually.
And there's the Van Cleef. And
Yeah,
the
that's it.
Hermes. There are quite a few actually. So the story continues next time.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
See ya.